Alright, I think I'm going to keep this. It's a little risky having double excavation here, because we might accidentally mill our wind condition. But I really like to see the idea of how these work out. We'll keep it. Alright, Thoughtseize from the opponent. I mean, if they take any of our cycle cards, they'll probably take Stinger. If they take Excavations, I'm fine with them taking that. So there's nothing in my hand I'm worried about them taking. Alright. So they decided to take the Excavation. I think that's just because they're worried about this card, because they can answer creatures with their colors. They can't necessarily answer enchantments as easily. Alright, we'll put Excavation to the board. And immediately mill the card I didn't want to mill. Thank you, game. I think I need to put a card in the last... Oh no, they have Graveyard Trespasser. That's just going to keep eating our cards from our graveyard. Alright, in that case, we play Healer. We're actually not going to be milling things into our graveyard unless we absolutely need to. Or at least until we can see that we can just, like, run a line of cards. Yeah, nothing in our graveyard has had cycling that we lost so far. It just still feels bad that we lost the Zenith Flare. Alright. Use the Fable so that way we can thin out the deck on the lands here. Bring Stinger to the board. Okay, we at least don't mill a creature to the graveyard, because this would drain us for life if we actually had creatures go to the grave. Alright, response, I'll go ahead and cycle this so that we can get an extra point in, gain a little life. The Devil's a good card. It answers basically everything but an enchantment. I think it's still one of the stronger removal spells for the black-red combo. It doesn't get much love just because Exile is usually the stronger thing to use. Wait, they didn't take the Stinger from my graveyard? Alright. Discard this. Are you kidding me with all these lands? To the board. Alright, when this attacks, we're gonna lose 2 life, they're gonna gain 2 life. Only 1. Why are they leaving the creature in my graveyard? I could cast this out. Discard this. I think that's our best play. I'm not gonna trade in the healer here. See, they can't bring back Croxa yet because they need another 2 more cards in their graveyard. Alright, meet us for 2. Soul Guide's a really good draw for us because we can get rid of the Croxa. Don't have to worry about that anymore. A little bit of a bind here. While we do have the ability to activate this to go get a 3/2 spirit by exiling our cards, we're dead next turn. Alright. Draw a card. Awesome. More land. And more land. Wow. I fail. Mill land, please. Come on. Thank you. There's a small chance that I can survive because of that land mill. Nah, they're smart. Now, if they just chose to attack Kiki, look. I was gonna let you attack. You're taking a step too far there, friend. I don't want to have to wait for your triggers. I will keep this. I'll go ahead and actually just shock myself and pass. I plan on just cycling this. We don't get the immediate value of these, but... Alright. Let's go... Let's go for the Stinger. I'm actually just trying to play this out to eat their burn spell. The one I really want to have to stick to the board is the Healer. I can't really afford to shock myself, probably. So... I'm going to go for the Excavation. We just need to get ourselves a Zenith Flare, and we probably will be able to fight our way back into this just because of the sheer amount of life swing a Zenith Flare will cause. No more land, please. No more land. Alright, there we go. We hit the Zenith Flare. That was a great mill for us. So if this Drannith Healer survives, which it probably won't, yeah. I was gonna say we could potentially just cycle, gain a life, and then Zenith Flare. I think that's what we still do anyways. We'll just pass it back to the opponent. Oh, that's unfortunate. I mean, if I had immediately gone for the cycle, I would have had double Zenith Flare. And that would have been enough to be lethal. Alright, cycle. Oh, there's another Zenith Flare. Alright, well. If they don't have a Ember Cleave, we have the win here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, we have the win. Oh no, they could still potentially have a bolt for 3. Do you have a bolt for 3? No! Oh, that was so close. Oh, so close. Oh, That meant that in order for us to have survived this would have had to have milled a land. Or we had to actually kill off the Bone Crusher Giant. But I thought once when I did the math, we would have had enough life that we would have survived, even if they had a bolt. I forgot how much extra Castle Embereth was going to apply there. Alright, we'll keep this. Oh, this land pass. Black, white, blue. Go for the plains. Red source. Lead with this. So Lorehold Excavation should help us out a bit, just because of how early we have it going. Are you serious? Are we going to get hit by the Parthelion already? Are you going to exactly turn 3 us? Okay, good. We didn't get hit by turn 3 Parthelion. Whoa, that was scary. They had me sweating there. Thanks to Soul Guide Lantern will take this out of their graveyard, because I was thinking it's like, they're probably another one of these Parthelion reanimation decks. Because it's such a strong combo that if you're in black and white for any reason, you may as well just include it. Go for white mana. And we'll play Stinger. It's a bit of a shame we give them a free draw discard here with the Ledger Shredder, but... Alright, they discard a land, so it doesn't grow. Alright, fail push, unfortunate. As long as the Soul Guide Lantern remains here, they won't be able to do their Parthelion combo. I'm just going to pass to the opponent, because we can just cycle all of these at instant speed anyways. They discard Rafine, interesting. Ah, that's why they hold up Rafine. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and practice. Get rid of that graveyard. And we'll go ahead and cycle some. Nice seeing Can't Stay Away get some play, considering I always thought it was a decent card, but nobody was playing this thing for the longest time. I mean, it's a 2-mana Reanimator spell that can be flashed back. Alright, let's go ahead and give one more cycle here. Cycle this. Alright, we're gonna move to our end step. Oh, I forgot to put this pause. Because I wanted to do a Zenith Flare before they had a chance to cast again. Do that, gain a bunch of life, get out of the lethal range. Because even if they hit their combo now, they don't have enough to kill us. And we'll be able to Zenith Flare them again in the face to just finish them off. So we'll give them the GG's. This is 2 Greasefang decks that we managed to actually take down. And boom, there we go. The games that we play with this deck have either been really close or we just blow out the opponent, so I like how this deck is working. Alright. Another Greasefang combo deck. The only thing I have to say is I would love to see a little more originality from our opponents. No blocks. I don't know why you attack with that. You'd want that for blocking to try to fill your graveyard more, I would imagine. Oh, it's because you have another one. Okay. If that's the case, I don't think I actually want to attack in against the opponent. We'll just set up a Stinger. And no attacks. The reason why I'm choosing not to attack is if we accidentally mill them their target, they could potentially just drop down Greasefang at any time and just get the win. Let's see. Pay the 2 life, go for another Stinger. Pass it back to the opponent. Alright, see, there's the Parhelion. Do they have Greasefang? Of course they have the Greasefang. Let's go for blood. We cycle this. Are we dead, though? Let's see, how much damage does this come in for? 5 plus 8, that's 13. So we're not dead right now. We can use Cast Out, get rid of Greasefang, since this goes back to their hand. The problem is the angels still exist. Is there any way for us to recover here? So even if we cycle these, the most we can do is 4 damage. And then we can do an extra 4 damage based off our mana. We can attack, but they have blocks. And this is why this is the most played deck in the format. Well, let's just go ahead and cycle some just to see what we can find. Because even if we hit ourselves our main card, I don't think there's any way for us to win. Cleansing Nova would have helped because we could have just swept the board, but we would still have been a mana short because they did this combo on turn 4. Yeah, no, we'll just go ahead and give them GG's. I'm not going to waste their time just by cycling cards for no reason. Alright, so off the open, unfortunately, this really doesn't do much. We can cycle this. Try to find ourselves another card. I think we have to take the mulligan, though. Alright, this is better. We'll actually put Cleansing Nova in the bottom. Alright, let's go for the Rescuer. Because in the long run, Rescuer will do more damage than Stinger. Let's go ahead and cycle one right now. Attack in. I'm a little worried that we're against another Reanimator deck, so I probably don't want to cycle the Shredded Sails. But it could just be white-blue control. Alright, we cycle Shredded Sails. We use the most of our mana. Alright. Combat. We go in. Oh, this isn't sorcery, that's right. Alright, well, we'll cycle the 4 blocks. Bring Stinger to the board, and pass. I don't know why I forgot about the Shark Typhoon, but I also imagine the punch is going to use a hard sweep. Let's see. We attack in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. And if they tap out, we have an extra 5 here. Alright, well, let's go in for the damage. Cycle for an extra point. Pass it back. We probably have this opponent dead the moment that they actually tap out here. But they're not going to tap out, so let's see. Go for a cast out. Let's see how many things we can run on this cycle. We actually have more than enough to be lethal here already. Alright. I'm fairly certain they're holding up counter magic, so I don't want to run out the Zenith Flare. I want to try to catch them when they tap out. Okay. This is a card that they'll probably want to counterspell. We'll run it out once when there is a turn. When they've played something. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. No, we don't have enough. Let that resolve. If we had the ability to cast both of these in the same turn, I would have, in response, fired them both off. Alright, Narset's annoying.
There are so many mysteries to uncover.
Let's go for destroying this land. Deck thin land out. Let's see. Another land. Alright, end turn. Do you play something? If you do, you're dead. Oh, GG's. You are dead. The opponent knew that they had to try to get something on the board to pressure us, and the thing is, they should have known by this point we'd have at least one Zenith Flare. Because 11 damage, even it isn't anything that they could risk. If they had any counter magic, they were better off bluffing that they had it than just going for this Emperor. Alright, we'll keep this. Alright, we're against Cat Oven. In which case, I don't want to put Flourishing Fox on the board because they could do a, they already start with the cat. Awesome! Awesome, awesome. Alright, well, we get this. Double cap for the opponent. Pay the 2 life. Go for Stinger. Yeah, so I have to actually play into them potentially having claimed the firstborn. I go for the Stinger just because it's if they have claim, I want them to use it on Stinger over Healer. And we need to get ourselves another land. Deadly Disputing it right away. Okay. It's a little interesting. Wow, double oven. This opponent has gotten insane nonsense going on over there. So even if I got a removal spell for an oven, they have the backup oven. Let's see. I'm just gonna cycle because we have to find land. Land is #1 priority. Alright, we hit land. Let's actually go for Fox. And we'll pass the turn. Yep. Cat is back. We're gonna sacrifice the cat, loop everything. So we're just gonna keep it in spacebar here, so that way we can just keep passing the priority. It is a strong combo, but unfortunately it just takes forever to, like, loop these cards here. Now I wonder if they're gonna keep the cat in the graveyard. Okay, they chose to keep the cat in the graveyard. Wow. Wow. Alright, before that hits the board, let's cycle a Fox. Alright, yeah. So, let's see, do they kill off both our creatures here, or do they actually only kill off the one and then start just going for face? You have to actually play the land, go cast out, get rid of Mayhem Devil. Mayhem Devil, you are off the board. Yeah, so they go for the sacrifice just that way they can drain us for a few more points here. Cat's gonna be able to attack in, bring this down to 9, then they can still loop. Wow. Well done, opponent. Alright, well, Shredded Sails, we could use it to kill an oven, but I'm trying to think, it's like, is it even worth it? I'm just thinking things over there. Apparently Drannith Healer has got them thinking a lot about what they're going to do. If they hit another Mayhem Devil, though, unfortunately, it's just we don't have a way to recover without getting a sweeper. And the worst part is, it's even if I hit a Cleansing Nova, I wouldn't even want to cast it to destroy all artifacts, because we give them back the Mayhem Devil. Although I suppose we could still give it back to them. Are you serious, Planet? You're gonna stall me out just because I'm playing a Drannith Healer? Alright. Cycle one right now. Our double shredded sails actually allows us to destroy both ovens, but I think we have to still cycle them just for the draws, because we need to find our Zenith Flares. And the other thing is, it's by cycling them, we'll be able to actually get more 1/1 tokens, just to help us, you know, sustain against the potential attack threats that they can pose here. Did opponent like Salt Scoop us once when a healer came on board or something? Was this really worth Salt Scooping? I mean, you had 3 ovens and cats, man. Austin Sparky, what the heck happened? Did you just DC or something? Alright, let's go ahead and cycle this first. I think they disconnected. I don't think this is necessarily Salt Scoop. I think they might have internet connectivity issues. Because they were still definitely in a position to win this game. But yeah, that's going to be the, they scoop if it burns. There it goes. I mean, there is the possibility that that was a Salt Scoop, but I think that was possibly more they disconnected. I mean, it's unfortunate if that's the case that they disconnected, because they had this to potentially help with draws, they had the cat combo, and they had it ×3 with the ovens, which means that they're draining us 3 life every turn. Now, Drannith Healer does allow us to potentially outrun the drain from the Cauldron Familiars, but that doesn't mean that they're out of this game, so who knows, maybe they did give us a Salt Scoop because the fact that it's like, we did get rid of the Mayhem Devil, and they just felt they didn't have enough damage output to deal with this healer. Overall, I like the actual idea of the cycling deck. The Lorehold Excavations, they were kind of fun and janky, but I don't think they're necessary for the deck. I think you're just better off just running more copies of like Shredded Sails and maybe even another Rescuer, just to you know, give you more cycling cards in the deck. But the ability to just get free cards thrown into your graveyard every turn and potentially gain life or do damage actually did help us out in a couple of games. So I can't say this is bad for the deck. It does work. But I do feel like we might need like another Soul Guide Lantern and another Shredded Sails for the deck, just because of how much the Greasefang combo deck is running around, because you have both the black, red, white and the white, black, blue versions of the deck very prominently in the format. Now, we were able to actually shut down them because of these cards, but the problem with the Soul Guide Lantern, if you're not against that deck or any deck that uses graveyard, it could potentially hurt you because of the mandatory exile a card from your graveyard. So you might accidentally have to hit one of your cards that have cycling and take away from the power of your Zenith Flare. One other thing to make note of, I think what I need to do is actually maybe just cut Fabled Passages out of the deck, or maybe up the number of basic lands. The reasoning is there was a couple of games that we drew these and actually had the Field of Runes as well. So we actually ran out of basics in the deck. So I think that's something to take a note of for when it comes to the land options here. I think one of the things we could do is, because of just not needing the color flexibility, because we don't really use any double cost with the exception of the sweeper, and we can just cycle anything for colorless mana with the exception of cast out. We're fine with actually just trimming some of these dual lands in favor of getting the more basics for Fabled Passage targets. I still like Fabled Passage in the deck because it helps deck thin lands, because we don't want to hit lands once we're on our cycling spree. But you still have to hit a certain number of lands just to be able to play your spells and cycle at the same time. But overall, deck worked well, and actually can compete, so I think it's a notable deck here.
Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch, the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video, and have a nice one.